All right, Drive is coming out to pit with me, and they're letting me use the trailer. So, in closed life, I got my work toolbox. I wasn't sure if I was gonna fit my car with the toolbox, but I did. Toolbox isn't strapped down. It's just got tires, very snugly fit. But yeah, this is getting nuts. All right, guys, Proam round one. I've been working before work, all the way through work, which is working on cars that drive, and then working on my car all the way until night. So like I've been putting 16-hour days or longer for like 4 days in a row, getting shit sleep. Not because I'm not sleeping good, it's just not enough hours. But the car's ready. Kind of, I'm gonna do spark plugs at the track. But other than that, we're going. We got a trailer behind us. Got the trailer behind us. Cruising to Monroe. What a beautiful day. See the mountains. It's gonna be a great day. It's 8:06 a.m. and I'm calling it. I'm gonna qualify first and I'm gonna win. I've never won in Pro-Am. I don't even know if I've gotten second. Just a third place master, but today, first place. Round one, I gotta make up for last year where I kind of got messed up by a slower driver and crashed and straightened. So today's first, setting up for good points for the rest of the season. There?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, buddy.
That's how I left it. All right, let's do an update. So I don't know how loud this is gonna be, so I'm yelling. We did spark plugs last minute. We were a little bit late to practice, about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Pull up, like my car's acting weird, like I can't do a fucking burnout. And I'm like, what the hell? So I line up. I was like, maybe if I just give it full throttle, it'll be fine. And like these tires are mega grippy or something. I don't know. Car was slow as shit. And I didn't even try to drift. I just fucking drove all the way around and straight to the pits. I didn't know what it was, but no boost. We broke an intercooler clamp. Yeah, but I got a cool suit now, wherever these are. So I got ice cold water going through my shirt. Intake temp 124 degrees. It's hot as f today. I haven't got a practice lap. Somebody spilled oil everywhere. So that's how my day's going. That's how my day's going. I haven't even started drifting yet. I hope I get some fucking runs. Good thing is I had drifting runs on Wednesday. So I'm not completely fresh. I'm not completely like, I'm gonna need to learn the car. I just got to get a couple good laps under my belt and we got it. My tuner just recommended free revving the car to get fresh air through the intercooler so the intake temps will go down. And I did that and I swear I heard rod knock. So I just fucking got out of the fucking line, went all the way back and they're like, no, I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Well, kind of, but whatever. So I lost my spot in line. Haven't got my lap yet. One lap yet. I don't know how much longer practice is going to last. I'll probably get one. I hope to God 3 or 4. But so I'm back on track. Hopefully no rod knock. I don't think there is. This car's legit. But yeah.
heading into the first battle of our right-hand bracket. We're halfway through, as I mentioned before. Tyler Mayer and Garrett Orfant, both pretty familiar drivers here at the track. Tyler Mayer looking stunning in that Type X S13, and a huge gap already established right off the bat.
Yeah, that Pulse for Life S13 is gone. Just gone. Gapplebee's on the bank.
Squapping.
Garrett, I mean, this is a new build for him. He doesn't have a lot of time in the car, and, you know, it's fantastic to see him out here. But Tyler Mayer, he has been doing work on his simulator rig. He has been driving basically every night, and you can see it actually transfers right out here on track in a real car.
Yeah, he's surgical at this point with that car. As you were mentioning with judging, that there's these maybe clipping points
Barrel.
or zones. Let's see Tyler make an example of that out on track, because he's going to be putting them in all the right places, essentially laying
You'll
down.
see him come off the bank here, and that row of cones, bam, outer zone. This row of cones, bam, another outer zone. See that big barrel right there? Guess what it is? Inner clip. Bam, nailed it. And as we come through here, there's a yellow box painted on the ground, and we finish sweeping against the wall with the taillights. That is a textbook run right there by Tyler Mayer.
Choice ideal lead run right there. All we want to see is that that chase driver nice up and close and applying the pressure, essentially running the same line that whatever the lead driver establishes. So like we mentioned, drivers are going to be switching positions now. We got Garrett in the lead lane, and now Tyler, stunning style Tyler here. Let's see what he can do in the chase position.
Stunning style Tyler. Let's see how he can stick it to the door.
His car looks good. I'm just loving
Oh,
it.
absolutely. I'm about it.
So a bit of a gap, but let's see.
But
if he can
reels
close
him
it.
right in on the bank. Now, Garrett, not a lot of angle coming off the bank, shallowing up a bit
Yeah.
and giving Tyler a big chance to dive in. Now, Garrett's not throwing down the ideal lead run, so you see that Tyler's also having a hard time keeping him in drift, but he's keeping with it, keeping the tires slaying, keeping it sideways, and I think big advantage to Tyler Mayer right here.
I think just kind of had to bite his lip through that run. We saw this earlier too, where just a huge decrease in momentum, and that chase driver really having to slam on the brakes, kind of choking
wobbles.
up right there, coming off the bank, and then again right here.
Oh, taking out those cones.
I mean, he would have gone off track had he not really slammed on the brakes, but then he just drops the hammer, really squats out, and just throttles out through the rest of the track.
Let's send it to Earl, see what he has to say.
Right.
All right, guys, we are here with Tyler Mayer. He just won his first battle for the day, and he qualified too. Dude, your car's looking sick, looking fast. How you feeling?
Great, just got a fresh wrap, fresh tune from Drive Autosports, and this thing's just ripping.
The car looks great, dude. The livery doesn't even look like it's settled in yet, but it looks super fresh. Who are you looking most forward to battling today?
Probably Corey Keyser, if that happens.
Two very good-looking cars, and it's going to be a heck of a battle. We wish you the best of luck out there, dude.
Thank you.
Are continuing our top 8 competition. The top lane, we got again that stunning styles. Tyler Mayer. And he's going to be getting chased by Jace.
Jace
So-
Habich in the follow position. Now his car is incomplete. You can call his car
I'll
incomplete.
say he's under the knife a little bit, but better get it running and driving than worry about
Wow.
cosmetics as he swings wide.
Big high
losing-
line in the follow position, but he kind of wants to mimic what the lead driver is doing. So if the lead driver drops down the lane, he wants to drop it down the lane, but it looks like he's on some old tires or something because he is running wide all over the course while Tyler Mayer is just keeping it nice and tidy.
Yeah, solid run by Tyler out front, but as you mentioned, Jace just really kind of doing his own line. I mean, he's maintaining drift, but I think he's got to button things down a little bit, get a little bit more precise, and put the car in the right places. Like you said, you want to put him, basically follow that lead car, mimic, shadow, whatever you want to call it. You got to stay on his line and do what he is doing. And he just was not there. He wasn't doing that, and it led to a huge gap, kind of made him look a little sloppy. So hopefully he can clean things up for the lead run here, where he's going to be out front. He's going to be setting the line. So Tyler's going to have to adapt to whatever sort of line or run that Jace throws down.
And we saw Tyler Mayer do a very good job of adapting to what the lead driver was doing in his battle against Garrett Orfant. So we know that he can do it, and let's see how close he can get to Jace Habich and follow his line, mimic his style.
So looking good from the start. S13 Coupe versus S13 Hatch. And another wide line set by Jace. He's tucking it in properly here. And then getting out to the outside there on the infield transition. Looking good, and there's Tyler, as to be expected. Wide, huge gap off that inside barrel, so not the ideal line for a Jace as they finish off the track, but hey, he followed him through the thick and thin.
Yep, Tyler followed exactly what Jace was laying down.
Let's see this again. Coming through, I mean, it seemed to be a pretty half-decent start as they head into the infield.
Big feint initiation from Tyler in the back. You see Jace just kind of turned in, which made his car actually drop down a lane on the bank.
Right, which actually kind of set him up a little bit better, but everything kind of
runs
lost
way
line.
wide here, and Tyler's following him. He's like, I don't think this is right, but I'll just follow you, dude.
And taking it to the wall as well, it looks like.
Tyler, congrats on another win in battle, man. You are on a roll. How's the track feeling? How's the car feeling?
Good. I'm just trying to have the best lead run as possible, and they're messing up behind me, so I just have an easy chase behind, so pays off qualifying high.
Yeah, consistency is definitely paying off, and you're one of the more consistent drivers out there today. Are there any companies you want to give a shout out to? People want to thank while you were here?
Oh boy, there's a bunch. All the stickers on the car, definitely Pulse for Health, Drive Autosports for the tune and letting me work on my car after work. Speedy Signs for the applying the livery, cutting the livery. J2 Racing for all my ethanol. Man, it just goes on and on. Tire Streets for the tires. Like, it's a lot.
2020 was a doozy, and we're here now. It feels good to be back on the racetrack, and I'm sure you're going to do awesome today. Are there any battles you're looking forward to?
Like I said, Corey Keyser.
Both good-looking cars, and we're looking forward to seeing that one, dude.
Cool. Thank you.
Our next pair here, Tyler Mayer is going up against, it looks like, Brett Williams in the Corvette. So, good, stunning style, Tyler, in that sweet-looking S13 hatch going up against Chocolate Thunder, the Corvette. Brett Williams coming out of Oregon. Tyler, the local boy here in Washington, as they get the green light off the line through the chicane and into battle here in the final four. Brett Williams, let's see if he can keep the pressure. Tyler, we know he's going to lay down a stunning line out front, putting it in all the right places so far.
Pulling a gap on Brett.
Right, Brett really got to close the gap if he can. Tyler tightening up his line.
Hey, you see Brett shallowing up the angle, trying to get a little more vehicle speed to catch up, but Tyler just laying it down in that Pulse for Life Drive Autosports S13.
Solid run out front by Tyler. I mean, only seeing the gap established, really, so let's see where he lost it, if
Nice
anything.
feint initiation from Tyler. Little left foot brake on there, keep the wheel speed up, maybe drop a little bit of vehicle speed. But Brett, nowhere in the periphery there.
Yeah, right off the start, already losing proximity. I mean, Tyler doing what he has to. Brett will have to sacrifice, or made some sacrifices in order to close that gap. Was it too little too late, though?
I don't know. I think there's a little bit of advantage in Tyler Mayer's corner, but Brett knows that. I mean, he's a fantastic driver. I mean, he's made it this far. He knows what he's doing, and he knows that he's sitting on a deficit. Gonna have to do something exciting, something to wow the judges and get the needle to move over to his side in his favor.
So again, this is the final four. The winner here will go on to battle Nate Snyder for that top podium position. The loser here is going to hang back and battle Tori Jelinek for third place. So everybody here is within reach of a trophy. Everybody wants to take home something, So let's see what they can do. Brett Williams.
Nice initiation from Brett. That's the best initiation I've seen of him all day.
Good energy and hanging wide as long as he can.
A little weeble wobbling from Tyler back there, but he's got that proximity. He's right there, right beside Brett, and he's letting his presence be known.
Still would like to see a little bit more angle and style coming from the Corvette, but man, he was really putting it to the right places, all the right zones. Tyler hanging tight though, so man, yeah, the judges really got the work cut out for them this time.
Here we go, a little point of view action. See what the drone has to say.
I did like that very solid entry though.
Very nice initiation from Brett. Well done.
Just kind of set it and forget it. Snap it to angle.
There we go.
Then,
wow, nice and close from Tyler Mayer, getting real comfortable with that Corvette.
when you got a nice predictable line in front of you, it makes it really easy to close
Dive
that
in.
gap. And
Take some chances.
And you can trust that driver, so mad props to them for that. So we got Earl hanging here, waiting on the recall from the judges, and it looks like it's going to be another one more time.
Too close to call for these judges. I guess we're going to have to find out the winner of this battle when we come back.
When they, get slapped with that ticket to head back to the starting line and do it over again. So, but as, as spectators, as fans, we love it.
Oh, it's that golden ticket, baby, because these guys now, they know what the driving styles are. So, they're going to get more comfortable, more up in each other's business. And right here, you see side-by-side initiation. Tyler Mayer out front. Brett Williams right there with him.
Raking in
that
the
chocolate
angle.
thunder.
Yeah.
C6.
Just got to close that gap again, but both drivers already looking a little bit stronger out of the gate.
And some weeble wobbles out front from Tyler Mayer.
Yeah.
Not having that consistent angle, not just flicking it right out to angle, but carrying drift through course, looking pretty good and giving Brett Williams a beautiful line to follow.
I mean, the judges are really over-analyzing the cars at this point to find any iota of, little thing to kind of maybe put one driver ahead of the other. So Corvette looking stronger. Again, more angle coming out of the bank, out of the gate. And Tyler, though, still filling that zone to a T, reaching wide.
There's a little bobble there from Tyler, but
yeah,
other than that, like just textbook run, beautiful lead run, and Brett Williams finished right beside him, side-by-side finish. So they're going to switch the order. Brett Williams going to lead the way, see if he can do a little bit better out in the lead position, and Tyler Mayer just going to try and stick it to his door.
Judge is going to have to come up with a decision after this run. But yeah, Brett Williams, he's got to be feeling the pressure, but he's also got to be feeling pretty good. Again, this is his debut round with the Corvette.
Oh, dude, you hear him in those interviews. He is just stoked to be out here.
Yeah.
He is having an absolute blast. His whole family's in the pits, cheering him on, and absolutely just loving it.
Light turning green drivers heading off the line through the chicane. Brett Williams out front. Again, for the final four here, winner goes on to battle Nate Snyder in the finals.
Ooh, nice work, boys. Looking good on the bank, both of them. Brett Williams nice and high. Could be a little bit deeper out in those zones, but that's given Tyler Mayer an absolute opportunity to just dive in.
Again, great to have a comfortable driver out in front of you, and Tyler just applying the pressure. You see him tucking it up on that transition, just backing it up. Backing it up just to make that rear end swing by. But, man, solid chase run by Tyler.
Now we got some drone footy.
Gotta love it, yeah.
God dang, Brett laying down a sweet lead run. But Tyler Mayer, look at him, just a shadow on that Chocolate Thunder C6.
Literally playing shadow. That's the best way to put it, and that's just what the judges want to see.
Absolutely mimicking his line. You can see when they transition, they're trying to transition at the same time.
All right, we got our Tyler Mayer's in the finals. Tyler, you are going up against the winner of Tori and Nate. How are you feeling, dude?
Oh boy, I hope I get Tori, because me and Tori have a couple battles and I always beat him, so let's see how that goes.
How amped are you right now? You look pretty calm, dude.
Dude, you guys are stressing me out, but that one more time, you guys are taking forever. I was like, oh.
All right, best of luck to you and Tori, dude.
They're friends off track, but now they're on track.
Rivals, here they go, taking their start off the line.
Nice initiation by Tyler Mayer, looking great out front. Little weeble wobbling, and Nate having to compensate a little bit.
Surprising there, very uncharacteristic, having that little stutter and angle there. So, but Nate might have been kind of, thrown off half a second, but getting back into the action now, back on throttle. Bit of a gap established, but
big gap.
Yeah,
big gap established.
Very. Again, that little weeble wobble, like you mentioned at the start, that was weird. That was uncharacteristic, and that definitely affected, I think, Nate's game a bit.
It was a weeble, it was a wobble, but I don't think it was enough to put Tyler at fault for it. It was a small mistake, but the fact that Nate dropped back, I think that was a little bit on him. He lifted for a second, and it's a game of inches, game of seconds right here, man. That created a few car gap, and Tyler Mayer just on one out there. Nate nowhere to be seen in that drone footage.
He's just out of the picture at that point. Let's see what he can do in the lead position. No doubt going to throw down hard, though. But I think you're right. I don't think, we can hold it, or at least we can't blame Tyler that led to that big gap, that uncharacteristic gap. So
yeah, that mistake, it wasn't a mistake on Tyler's end that made a mistake on Nate's end. It was just two individual happenstances.
Yep.
But now we're reversing the order. Might be a little bit of advantage towards Tyler, and let's see if Nate's going to compensate here.
I think I'd agree with that. I think Tyler has a hair ahead, but if it's in Nate's head, let's see if it plays out on track. Strong initiation. And then this might be the final chance. This is the last run potentially of our season opener, at least for our Pro-Am battle. And Nate, yeah, out front.
Nice job filling those zones, and Tyler Mayer right there with him. Nate giving him every opportunity. Great lead run out front, running a little wide on that nose clip. Oh,
Tyler
bumper swept.
pushing
Tyler
tight.
Mayer.
Solid chase. Position, just doing what he has to do. Just kind of slowly eases in, and then he's set in stone, just right on that rear quarter panel. A little bit of a gap here, but he just gets tighter from here on out. Really mimicking that line, playing shadow like we saw earlier.
Yeah, and Nate opening the door right here, and you see Tyler Mayer tucking it tighter and getting that proximity, sweeping bumpers. If Nate had a rear bumper, he would have touched it with his front. Absolutely fantastic job from both these guys.
Great run.
Let's go check out our podium.
And we are here with our first place finisher, Tyler Mayer. Tyler, hell of a driving today, and which battle stood out the most to you today?
Definitely the battle with Brett. Third place. I've never driven with him. He's from Oregon, which was cool to have him come up here. But yeah, we went one more time, and that first battle just waiting just killed me.
Your driving today was super sharp, super on point, and very consistent. What did you attribute that to? When was the last time you drove, dude?
I drove this car, not at all. I drove it last Thursday for the first time.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's all Assetto Corsa. Every night, Assetto Corsa.
Were you? I'm sure getting podium today was not a high possibility in your head, but winning the event, man, how do you feel right now?
Well, this is actually my first place. The grassroots, always second, third. Some Pro-Am events, some second, third, never first. So I'm finally holding together.
I'm sure you're elated. Do you have any? Who do you want to throw a shout out there that helped you get you here? I know you shouted some people out, but here's the time to, especially the first place podium.
Exactly.
Like, who do you want to thank out there?
Pulse for Health for everything they do for me. Drive Autosports for the tune, for letting me work on my car after work. Feel for the suspension. Tire Streets for the tires. J2 for the E85. Speedy Signs for the sick livery. Fantasy Colors for all the paint when I scratch it, and then RTS for the tranny.
And what's your social media out there? You got Instagram?
It's at Tyler _Mayer.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on the first place podium, man. And this is the first one. I'm sure there's going to be way more in the future. Car looks great. Driving looks sharp. Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.